Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. We have just picked up the last two pigs that we took to the processor, and we are going to share those results with you. These pigs were a lot bigger than the first pig we took, and you would think that the bigger pig, the more meat you would get back. Today we're going to share those results with you, and they may surprise you just a bit. As you guys know, we raise Kunekune pigs, and definitely time-wise, they are not the most efficient pig to raise to turn pork around really quick. Normally they take about 18 months to get to a processing size, whereas other breeds of feeder pigs take about 6 to 8 months. So they're definitely not the most efficient as far as time to get your pigs processed. Since we're talking about Kunekune pork, we may as well hang out in the Kunekune meat pen. We've got a decent size herd of Kunekunes in here for meat, and all different ages, all different sizes. And this is not a scientifically proven fact, all these meat numbers, but when we first started, I never really kept track because I didn't care. I just wanted to get pork back. I didn't care how big they were. I just wanted the meat. And now that we're at markets, and a lot of people have asked how much does it cost, so we're going to go over the costs, and we're going to go over what we got back, and it may help you decide how big you want to let your pig get if you're raising Kunekunes until you decide to process it. So I've got my handy dandy sheet here, and this is pig number 1 that we took before, and I'll just remind you of what we got. We had 48 packs, which was 48 pounds of sausage, and then we got 11 packs of bacon, which was just over 11 pounds. We got some bacon ends at 3.48 pounds. We got 1 roast at 3.76 pounds. We got 4 packs of ribs, 6.7 pounds, 8 packs of chops at 8.69 pounds, 2 packs of cutlets, 2 pounds, and 2 packs of hocks at 3 pounds. And that was a total of 92.13 pounds. So that's just a quick reminder of the first pig we did a video on. I've got quite an audience here now, so we're gonna kind of go quickly. If you need to screenshot these numbers, or maybe I'll put them down in the comments so you guys can look back at these numbers. But so this is, like I said, this is not a perfect experiment. This is just quick farm numbers. I took 2 pigs the last time, and it was Big Dave and Scott. I don't know if you guys remember those pigs, but the first pig we took was a female, and usually males grow bigger than females. So I assumed that there wouldn't be as much meat on the female, but we're looking at these numbers, we're gonna see quite a difference. Now, they put them all together, which I didn't care. I didn't ask them to separate the pigs. One whole pig we made into brats. The other pig, we used the grind and stuff for sausage. So the numbers can be skewed just a little bit here, but let's take a look at them. So we've got pigs 2 and 3 here. So one of them was 188 pounds hanging weight. The other one was 170 pounds. And that was a total of 358 pounds, which I just divided by 2 and got the average of about 179 per pig. So we got 49 packs of sausage at 50 pounds. We got 35 packs of bacon at 36 pounds. So I'm thinking obviously they had larger bellies and a little more bacon there. The ends, we had 7 packs, 7.68. And I'm just giving you the numbers of packs and the pounds because we want to know the total amount of meat we got back. We got 2 roasts, 6.6 pounds, 8 packs of ribs, 11.5 pounds, 15 packs of chops. We like just the porterhouse chops, and we'll take you in and show you the meat here at the end, but 16.3 pounds of chops. And then, like I said, we had a whole pig done in brats, and that's, I got a little wind. That's one reason that we did not get back a lot of roasts, because we made them all into brats. We sell a lot of brats, and that was 50.34 pounds of brats, 6 packs of hocks, 6.68. We didn't get any sliced hocks. I'm sorry, we didn't get any cutlets from this second group. So that was 185 pounds of total meat that we got back. So just about half there, 92 and 92 is 184. So we just kind of doubled it up, and you would think, well, yeah, you got double because you took 2 pigs, but these pigs were a little bit heavier, about, what was it? 35 pounds, the average. So 45, 35, about 180 there. So they were on average about 35 pounds heavier than the other pig. Now, we're not counting bones that we got back, and I'm not counting lard in this, but the whole reason I'm telling you this is I'm thinking, like I said, I've only compared this on 3 different pigs. Look at this audience I got here. Constantly digging at your boots. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? You think my ankles are tasty. They're not really biting me, they're just nuzzling up on me. But you would think with the bigger pigs, you're getting a lot more meat. And I'm thinking from all these numbers, what I'm thinking is right around, and like I said, this is hanging weight, not live weight. I didn't get live weights back. Right around, if you can get around that 145 pound mark, is kind of a sweet spot. 145, 150 pounds hanging weight. I'm not sure what that would be live weight. I got to get those numbers. But like I said, it's not a scientific, this is not Bill Nye the Science Guy. This is just quick farm math, figuring things out, pigs scratching on me. But I mean, obviously these are a lard hog and they're going to have a lot of lard. But if you're wanting the most bang for your buck, what I'm thinking is that 150 pound mark, and you want to take them, because then you're just paying money to get more fat. And they've already got a lot of fat on them. And so growing them out that extra time may not be the best idea. Normally we say you want to wait about 18 months until you process these pigs, and Smitten, the sow that had the bagged legs, she was obviously older than 18 months because she was a former breeder, so we had a lot more feed into her. But these other ones were right around 18 months, and so we're going to talk about how much it cost us to raise those pigs to 18 months old. This is another scientific experiment here, and the way I figured this out was we use a 3-cup scoop of feed. And so I took a bag of feed and I figured out how many scoops are in each bag, and it was right about 50 scoops per bag of feed. So here are our numbers. We've got 50 scoops per bag, and we feed 2 scoops a day. We do that all year round. In the summertime, they can obviously graze and get more stuff, so they may be growing a bit faster in the summer. But for all the pigs, we do 2 scoops a day. And you say, well, how do you know if a pig's getting enough? Well, we've got extra bowls in here. Then the little ones get chased out. There's plenty of feed for them to get. So, but on an average, every pig gets 3 cups twice a day. So right there, we got 2 scoops a day, and those are 3-cup scoops. And so 1 year obviously has 365 days. You take the 365 times 2 scoops, and that's going to be 730 scoops of feed per year per pig. So 730 divided by the 50 scoops in each bag, and you get 14.6 bags. Now we're just going to round everything up to make nice numbers. So we say the 50-pound bag of non-GMO feed is $14.99. We're going to round that up to, so 15 bags at $15 a piece. I had to cover this up so you guys couldn't skip ahead and cheat here. Let me flip our paper around. How much does it cost? Here we go. And I covered it up. How much does it cost? $225 in feed to raise one of these Kunekunes for 1 year. And like I said, I don't know, I've never raised any other breed of pig, and I know that sometimes you just put a big feeder in, so I don't know how much those other breeds of pigs weigh to grow out that fast. But I do know with Kunes, if you're feeding them like nonstop free choice feed, they are going to get fat and your meat is going to be trash. So we have seen some pigs that have been so fat that they can't hardly see. We almost call them fat blind. So if you're just pouring the feed to these pigs to grow them faster, all you're really doing is growing fat. So I'm not sure how much it costs to raise a different breed of pig out to butcher size, but this is the numbers for our Kunes, and we talk about 18 months is our number. I'm kind of getting away from that, but let's check out how much feed it costs for one of these pigs for 18 months. So here we have our 18 months. You can see that's 548 days, and we're just rounding up all the time. So 548 times the 2 scoops a day is 1,096 scoops. 1,096 divided by 50 is 21.9 bags of feed. So we just round that up. We had our $14.99. So we rounded that 15 times 22 bags is $330 in feed to raise one of our pigs to 18 months. And now we feed a non-GMO feed, and for us it's $15 per bag. That can change depending on what you're feeding. If you're not feeding non-GMO, it's cheaper. If you're feeding organic, it's going to be a little bit more. Where you are depends on your prices, but those are the prices that we are getting right now. So for us to raise one of these pigs is $330 in feed to get it to 18 months. Now, I used to be adamant 18 months at least, but now I'm starting to think those two pigs that were 18 months, I think what we got back more of was more fat rather than meat on those meat numbers. So something to think about. I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm gonna start probably processing these pigs not so big. Like Big Dave, he was a big old pig. I wish I'd have got his live weight, but we didn't get that. But anyway, it was kind of shocking to me. Now, this may not be true of all pigs. Some pigs grow faster than others, so it doesn't take them as long. Some pigs grow slower than others. If you've got females or males, barrows tend to get bigger faster, you would think. So it all depends on your pigs, your genetics, what lines you have, which are growing faster. So obviously there's a lot of variables in this, but we wanted to share with you our findings. And like I said, this is on 3 pigs. I'm gonna keep track of these every time we take a pig to the processor so I can try to get more accurate numbers and maybe prove that, hey, maybe around 150 pounds hanging weight is the weight you wanna process these pigs at. Let's go take a look at that meat. All right, guys, we're gonna take you to our market trailer. We might as well go shopping and check out this meat together. We'll get the light turned on. So we can see it. We've shown it before, but it's always good to see what you work for. So anyway, here is some mild sausage. It's beautiful red, dark red colored sausage. And then we've got hot sausage. And I didn't notice much difference in size compared between the 2 pigs. Now I've already sold all the ribs off that first pig, so these are off the bigger pigs. And I didn't notice a huge size difference in any of the cuts between the different weights. Here's some of the bacon there. Here's a couple pork chops. Now we get inch thick cut pork chops. Nice big fat cap there. You can trim that. Some people don't like that much. I enjoy a nice piece of fat with my meat. But there's the chops. And then down here, oh, we got roast in here too. Let's grab this roast. There's a nice size roast. Let's see, that's 3.66 pounds right there. Nice little Boston butt. And then our favorites, a lot of people's favorites, are these brats. These are no sugar added brats. I'm not a big brat fan, but man, I can eat 2 or 3 of these brats every time we sit down. So that's why we got a whole pig done in brats, because those go fast. But as far as like I was saying, I didn't notice a huge difference in the size of the cuts between the different size of the pigs. So to me, it just seems like getting them to the processor faster, so you're not paying to feed them all that time, is worth it. And plus, there's not a whole lot more meat, as you could see from those numbers. I hope those numbers made sense to you guys. Obviously, there's some things I probably missed, and some variables. We had male pigs and female pigs, but I was impressed with the female pig, who was smaller, the amount of meat we got back. So anyway, I know a lot of people talk about Kunekune pigs, that they're trash for meat and everything else. It's not worth the time you put into them. For us, we love them. Check out this video on why we raise Kunekune pigs. And there's so many more things than just their meat as to why we raise them. But I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope those numbers made sense to you guys. I appreciate y'all following along. I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video.